Just let me know when I'm ready to go. Yeah, I just restarted. Yep, ready? Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I guess this gives me a chance to, I don't know, re-explain a couple things. My primary weapon will always be the Z-Saber. My secondary weapon will always be Zero Arm. It's got a charged punch attack, which does a ton of damage. And it has allows us to steal weapons from enemies. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, I'm gonna steal. I already stole the grenade here. I went in the menu and I also switched my weapon toggle to my sub-weapon being used as R. That makes it so it's not only a little easier to just use, it makes it so I can charge both my sub and my primary weapons at the same time, which is going to be used to do what I call weapon swapping. So I'll charge one, and then I'll use one, so I get charge damage, then I'll use the other one, then I'll begin charging the other one again. So I'll kind of just go back and forth charging my weapons. Yep. But yeah, again, this is StuntCoyote, and this is Mega Man 04. This game is kind of known for its extreme movement, which I really like. It's got some amazing speed strats in it, and it's just a lot of fun to run. So yeah, the Zero Knuckle is what we're going to be using to steal all of our stuff. Like I said, we're going to steal the grenade, the great axe, and an arm drill. And that's going to be basically really helpful for a couple reasons later on. I'll explain when we get to that. But yeah, I just want to again, because it happened before, but the sound cut out. I just want to give a thanks to SRX. It's being run by a bunch of amazing people, and I used to be a pretty involved part of SRX back when I first started. And it's good to see that they're still doing stuff and keeping the events going, and it's just a privilege to be back in it for the first time after 2 years. But other than that, yeah, let's get this run on the go, and this is one of the first like intro levels, and it's got like this whole game has just amazing music. And a lot of just what goes behind this run is just memorizing where enemies are and just knowing how to deal with their placement. Also, cutscene skipping is really important. If you don't know where to skip a cutscene, you could end up losing a lot of time. Oh, jeez. That was a pretty bad fight. Yeah, iframes are really important in this game, because if you try to attack while their iframes are still up, you could completely miss an attack cycle, which costs you like however much time it takes to attack, which is pretty terrible. Okay, so anyway, this is a big part of the speedrun right here. We're gonna go pick up what's called a Cyber Elf, and it's gonna help us by giving us a lot of like upgrades. I went the wrong way. Cyber Elves basically in the base game give you like health and attack buffs and stuff, but we're only gonna use it for one thing. We're gonna use it to add a attack buffer. It's gonna make our Zero Knuckle stronger, our Saber stronger, and our Buster stronger, but we're only going to be using... We don't use Buster at all in this run, so... It's basically used to make our charge attack stronger. And that does save a lot of time. So we're going to fight Heat Gemblem first. This guy's pretty cool. Also, you'll notice our health just kind of shot right up. That's another effect of the Cyberel. Another effect of the Cyber Elf here that we've got is it'll shoot thunder, which stuns enemies, which means we can run through their hitbox. And it's pretty cool because that saves time and makes us not have to stop. So here's a good example of me charging up my Zero Knuckle and using it while I'm actually charging. I'm doing saber swings here. There we go. So that made that fight a little bit faster. So I was able to let go as soon as his iframes ended. Oh, so we're just gonna tank damage here because it's just faster. What's up, Rob? Okay, so not a terrible level. It's pretty good. Giant Laser of Doom. Heck yeah. Alright, so this boss here, Gemblem is completely RNG related, and he gave me an amazing pattern. Okay, so this is where he like comes down, and he'll probably do his this thingamabob. And all we can really do is this. But it should be done here in a second. Wow. Really bad RNG. Alright. That was pretty bad. Usually you want him to stick his head in his shell, and then he's vulnerable at that point. But he didn't want to do any of that. He just wanted to sit there and punch the air the whole time. Alright, so Nobleman Drago. I guess I could talk a little bit about the levels here and just what's importantly like going on. The level here is mainly just based off like the plant or wildlife theme. There's a couple of things that are really helpful in this level for having Zero Knuckle. We can just grab these vines and get them out of our way. What I'm doing is I'm alternating dash and the Zero Knuckle to get through them really quickly. And it's kind of neat because you're like, but yeah, so that's what happens. Oh, jeez. Come on. This is a mini boss that you can kind of manipulate as RNG. If you stand him as like just one spot, he'll just kind of like turn around. There we go. That was perfect. Thank you, Nightbot, by the way. By the way, if anyone has any questions in chat, I'll be able to answer those as well. Okay, so this is again another boss that is pretty much complete RNG. She can either stand here and be cool, or she can dig her way into the ceiling or ground and get it completely away from me. Alright, that was perfect. Nice. Didn't do anything. Just stood there and took it. Alright. Japanese. Do I speedrun any other Mega Man games? I speedrun Mega Man X 1 through 6. All 100% and any percent. Heck yeah, dude. I love Mega Man. They're my favorite games ever. Syrup Warrior. Heck yes, dude. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. By the way, thank you to everyone for just like stopping in and hanging out at SRX. This is going to be a great time, I feel. I've been in and out the past couple days and it's been pretty cool. Oh, sheesh. Come on. This is kind of tough. Getting up here like this. Alright, there we go. Okay, so this is like a big underwater maze that we just kind of whipped through. Alright, another random dragon. We're gonna be here. There we go. Okay, so like I said before, we can charge our sub and primary weapons at the same time to do double damage when the iframes give. So that's what we're going to be doing here in a little bit with a couple of mini bosses. There's also quick climbs like that, which is basically holding the run button and timing your jumps perfectly to make sure you get up the wall the fastest you can. Okay, Tech Kraken. This is just like another whole RNG boss. You want him to come down here so I can get a triple slash in on him. So far, so good. Close. But he wastes a lot of time by just doing this. Come down. There we go. This game's got some really sick movement. That's why I really like it. Okay, so next is Fenry, which is kind of like an ice wolf. He has some of the best music probably in this game, I'd have to say, and one of the more entertaining levels. Oh jeez, come on, just dash, there we go. X4 is a really good game. Okay, so really they want us to use this elevator, but we're just not. So we're just not going to do that. And, yep. So we're just going to keep moving. The thunder will hit these guys sometimes and make it so we can just go straight through their sprites. This is a trick I'm doing here, where I'll do the charge buster, and then while I'm taking lag frames inside of that mini boss, I'm pressing left and right to basically attack both sides numerous times. That's a really cool strat for dealing with that boss. Makes pretty quick work of him. This one we actually do have to use the elevator. But it's not as big a deal as the first time. These series of rooms right here are some of my favorite. It's just got some like great movement involved in it. Unfortunately, I kind of messed that up a little bit. Oh well. Soul Titania is pretty cool. So again, this boss has some RNG in it, but for the most part it's easy to deal with. It's just deciding if whether he wants to spin or not. There we go. You got it. Boom. Alright. So after that, there's a guy named Kraft who we're going to have to deal with down at this camp. I don't want to give too much of the story away, because I actually suggest and recommend to people to go out and play this. So I don't want to give too much of the story away, because that's a great story. But there's this guy named Kraft, and he's not too nice of a guy. And we have to go and show him who the good guys are. So we're going to go do that right now. And this will be the Kraft 1 fight. Basically, you have to go down to a Report camp. Yeah, this is the Kraft mac and cheese. These are actually globs of cheese in the water, and we're trying to jump across the little tiles of cheese here.
Kraft basically give us cheese nuggets. No.
This has some of the best movement in this level, in my opinion, in the game. It's just top tier movement. So we're just basically helping out all these people here by destroying all the bad juju in their tents. Like I said, don't want to get too much into what's going on, but just know that these things I'm destroying, they're not good things. So yeah, we just helped all the people, the Kraft mac and cheese workers. Yeah, Kraft's mad because he didn't receive his paycheck, and he's the one that made the most mac and cheese. So, but in all reality, Kraft can be pretty dangerous. I want to time out my attacks, and I kind of want to stay in his hitbox, because I take less damage just kind of tanking damage inside of him than actually trying to get in front of him. Another cutscene skip. Okay, we got some other story related levels here that are coming up. In this one we're going to be fighting Hell Giant, and it's going to be the first display of us using our weapon swap, which is me charging my saber and Zero Knuckle at the same time, and letting go of one while I'm charging the other, basically to keep a steady flow of charge attacks going on. So it's pretty awesome, and it's going to make this boss fight go a lot faster. flock of sheep easily. I mean, it's just a numbers game at that point.
Those fuckers, they don't give up.
Alright, so this is Hell Giant, and like I said, I'm going to be charging both primary and sub-weapon at once.
Just I'm not very scared.
Okay. There we go. That was good. That was really good. Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Not bad, dude. I'm going to have to do that here soon. That's on my to-do list. I will get world record, I swear. I'd have to say a box of Kraft mac and cheese would have to win that fight.
Every time I say crap, you go.
I'll make a donation to the streamer if he says craft for every commentary word in this run. So craft. Alright, so there's things on the ceiling that you can use to like pull these like bamboo stick, punji stick things up. But it's faster to just kind of go through them. Tank damage and slide through. So we're just going to do that. And this part's kind of just like a hailstorm of getting hit by a bunch of random enemies, so we're just going to do that as well. This is faster. Just take damage and go. And again, this goes with probably like would be better if you like timed out your jumps and stuff. Yeah, the music is amazing, Ultima, definitely. Alright, see you, Hubert. Have a good one, dude. Okay, so now that we got those little two, like, story stages out of the way, we're going to be able to continue with our Maverick lineup here. And we're going to go fight Minnow Magnus next. He's really cool, but he's got a really bad RNG set. He can either just be nice and just stand there and let you hit him, or he can do this big old Optimus Prime Transformers thing and just fly all over the screen. And it's extremely hard to like cause damage to him because he's way up in the air. Instead of being able to triple slash, it takes way more time. So we're gonna hope he's just nice for the marathon. So yeah, like I said, I'm StuntCoyote. Hope you guys are enjoying this speed run. And I do speedrun a lot of Mega Man X. I speedrun a lot of Super Metroid, Mega Man X. A lot of really fast-paced tech games are really like my thing. Why? Oh, dude. The game just stopped for a second. I don't know why. But the game just stopped for a second. But I think we're good again. Is everything? Are we still like getting picture and the game's still playing and everything? I don't know why that happened. Whip, rip, word things. Right. By the way, can anyone tell me what time we're at right now? Game had to cool down. It was going. Slightly faster than other people. Alright, so let's see if we get some good RNG here. Let's hope that he's just cool and a bro and just sits down. We are getting memed. Alright, Pegasolta Eclair. This guy's really cool. He's got a great level, but he's... I did my weapon swap charging. We're gonna have to do that against him. It's just kind of... because he's in air, we can't do our triple slash damage and get the highest DPS possible. DPS is damage per second, if you guys didn't know that, or whoever didn't know that. This game has some awesome movement. Like, that's just totally... It's a lot of fun to try and optimize. But unfortunately, I'm mucking it up. Alright, another rando dragon here. Alright, not too bad. That was pretty good, actually. I just want to point out that that does not look appropriate what Zero's doing in air with his hand. Okay, so, moving on. There we go. I have the old version of OBS as well, the Mantoid. So I know your feel, bro. But I actually prefer the old OBS because it actually like doesn't cut out my game audio every 3 seconds. Oh, geez. Oh, come on. There we go. Eclair, boys! Heck yeah, dude. Okay, so like I did is I did my weapon swaps for that fight, and we were able to take out like a decent amount of damage pretty quickly. Usually that boss is just a big pain, but he actually behaved pretty well. He just went up and down a bunch. That was pretty good. So this is one of the more interesting levels. Yeah, you almost threw me off. That would have been GG. Oh yeah, by the way, the elf, I forgot. In this mode, the elf keeps us from dying, so it's pretty epic. While falling in pits. Which helps a couple speed strats later on. This is one of the more interesting levels to run. It's got a big segment where we have to pull some switches out of this big tower. By the way, that's a really hard, kind of difficult strat to stay up on that ledge and not get spiked and fall down. Yes. So there's going to be a huge tower section that's actually really fun to run. And that's it right here. So we're going to be pulling these little like things out of the wall. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, so that was the section. Alright, there's a really hard wall jump up here. I'm going to try for it once. If we don't get it, we'll just call it good. It's kind of like Iceless, if you know what that is, in Mega Man X1. It's like a pixel jump. We have a couple pixels to make this jump, and it's pretty tough. So we're just gonna skip this. Oh, close. And we're just gonna go the regular way. I always try for it at least once. It's really quite hard though. You literally have to dash jump on the very pixel you get out there. Alright, so this boss isn't hard at all. It's pretty easy. Again, just your average slashes. There we go. Got it. Anyway, okay, so that's the second to last of all the Mavericks here. Okay, so now Soul Titanian. This boss is the anime waifu of the run. Basically sounds like a 16-year-old anime girl. This level's got some interesting mechanics to it. It's got like a sun meter that plays on a percentage, and however long you're in the sun depends on if you take damage. So if we reach 100, we take a hit, but we also like do the whole like Castlevania thing where we take knockback that makes us fly like way down to the bottom. So we're gonna try to never reach 100. That's gonna be really bad. Oh, dang! I needed that. I needed one of those axes, and I need one badly. There we go. Alright. I tried to get that axe from that guy, and what happened is he got destroyed, and that's not a good thing, and we need one of those for the boss. And I'll explain why in a little bit. So we lost a little bit of time having to go back to get one, but it's well worth it. Instead of actually platforming this level, we're just going to do this. Perfect, that was really good. The sun mechanic is really cool. It's kind of annoying. It's actually not really annoying when you're speedrunning it, but if you were like just coming into the game not realizing really what's going on, it's kind of annoying. But it's also really interesting because it's the only level in the game that has something like that. Yeah, so we don't ever want to reach 100 because that's danger. We're going to take quite a bit of damage if we do that. So you'll see a lot of just kind of quick platforming to avoid that. There, we got to the door. Sweet. Awesome. That was pretty tight. Alright, so this is why I grabbed that axe. Instead of doing a charge shot, because we can't really attack her in air effectively, and from the floor really effectively either, we grab the axe because it does charge damage. This is really bad RNG, I might add. Just like terrible RNG. It does charge damage without us having to charge, so it saves a lot of time in between attacks. So, grabbing the axe basically made up all the time we lost falling back down to get it. Alright, so that was the last Maverick boss we have to fight. Now we're on to the ending stages of this game, which are, some of them are my favorite. I'll tell you my favorite level here shortly. I can't talk right now. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now, as far as finding out who Wheel is, or realizing who's behind all the bad stuff that's going on. That's Ragnarok, and that's gonna destroy everything. Basically, just short term. And Craft is now working for them, and blah blah blah. So if you have any like donations or anything, you want to kind of like type in chat or anything like that, feel free. There's a little bit of talking, and we can get back to what's going on. But we're going to be going and hanging out with Kraft here in a second, making some more mac and cheese, and getting our cut of the check here. This level's got some somewhat annoying mechanics. Like, these platforms here are kind of chintzy. But made it work. Sweet. Good set. Anime waifu. Rip anime waifu. Alright, so here's a little section where we're going to just like kind of fall into this pit, but we're just going to get back up here again. And this part's actually kind of scary. We're going to take some damage here. There we go. What is that? And StuntCoyote is here with me. We were talking about earlier. Some of these levels sound like they have Chrono Trigger music, and it's pretty awesome. Oh jeez, Stunt Dad. Well, Stunt Dad.
I hope not.
Alright, so this is the Craft fight. We're probably gonna have to use oh, I heard wrong. It's all good, dude. Might have to... Yo, what's up, Hercules bench press? What's going on, dude? There we go. When fighting a dragonfly, the best weapon to use is a giant axe. It's true. Alright, so skip that cutscene. So Craft is basically like, alright, I can't stick around in the mac and cheese making game anymore. I gotta get out. So he's just gonna kind of drop out, and we're gonna continue on here. And go straight to a boss that's called Bandom. Now this is the biggest RNG boss in the game. It can completely wreck your PB at any given time. He decides to take these giant sections of really long attacks. He can either do that, or he can be cool and just do this really short attack where he's always visible and you can hit him. And you can like 1 or 2 cycle him. It's pretty crazy. But it's, like I said, it's all RNG, so we'll see if he treats us nicely. And again, we're just talking about Raw, Ragnarok, and Wheel, and all these guys are gonna... Alright, here we go. Okay, so this is my favorite level. It involves 4 doors that go to 4 switches. And what we need to do is go pull those switches. And it's going to unlock, it's going to deactivate the protection to this area. And make it so we can get up to the boss. That is very true, Ultimate Manthroid. Yeah, this game's soundtrack is just outstandingly good. So, we just got through the first door. And, yeah, you always want to go up first. And, so just like earlier, how I was talking about the Zero Knuckle is really useful to grab certain items to progress with the game. We've already seen the grenade in the very first level. We saw the Great Axe against Soul Titanium. Now, we need an arm drill, basically, to drill through certain blocks that we couldn't otherwise. We're going to pull it off one of these guys right here. There we go. Okay, so we got a drill now. And now we're going to go down to the bottom door. And also this level kind of reminds me of Chrono Trigger's Tyranno-Lair theme, which is one of my favorites in that game as well. Alright, so I'm also going to use this to fly down faster. There we go. This cosplaying his drill, man. Heck yeah, dude. Hey Rob, this level's a little weird to learn at first. One of the main important points of this level is making sure you don't fall back down through that door. You're going to waste a lot of time by doing that. There we go. And that's also kind of hard platforming as well, to get back up through those blocks like that. So we're going to the right. This is just, we're going to see frogs here for a short sec. Sweet. Now protection's disabled, and we are ready to move on. Again, just kind of slashing and gashing as we go. Alright, so this is Bandom coming up here just a second. And he is terrible, so let's hope that, he doesn't screw us over. But I'm going to have to do weapon swap attacks here. Okay, this is the attack pattern I want. He's giving it to me again. Perfect. Oh, 1 HP left. What is that? Dude, I just got super trolled. No way. 1 hit point left. That is so far beyond dumb. Alright, come on out. Alright, now he's dead. There we go. See how long like that takes if you don't just get it on the first try? 1 HP. Lame. Alright. Anyway, that was a good fight though. For what it was still pretty good RNG. Alright, so now we're gonna fight a boss called Sabal. Basically, it's a cyber ball, or Psy Ball if you want to call it that, but I've always called it Sabal. Basically, it's a protection unit for Ragnarok, and we have to go destroy it. This level is really cool too. In easy mode, it kind of it abuses the fact that you can't fall in a pit and die to skip a lot of really like a big long segment. So we're just gonna do this then. Go over the top. Alright. Gets all blue and cool looking. This also has great music in this level, I might add. But I mean, like, what level in this game doesn't have just amazing music? See, this is kind of an abuse here. I'm just gonna go. The elf basically saved our life. Alright, so this is Cyball. And this is the defense mechanism for Ragnarok. And basically it's just a series of triple slashes. And you kind of want to be in its hitbox. You're going to take out the most damage that way. There we go. That was pretty good. And that's it. That's that fight. Alright, now here comes the big dogs. You know, in every Mega Man X game, or Mega Man game in general, really. Yeah, Ultimate Mantoid definitely, dude. That's a crazy boss fight. Kind of the canon in every Mega Man or Mega Man X game you might know is there's always refights for bosses. And that's kind of what this level's all about. And then it has the first form of wheel at the end. The Great Axe is used in this level against wheel when we get to it. It's a huge use for the Great Axe, again. That's why the Zero Knuckle is such a huge part of like this run. Big dogs. This is where the boys become men. Boys to men. Girls become women. Girls to women. This track, yeah, definitely is the creepiest in the game. It's got kind of that, like, monotone, low feel to it. Okay, so here's all the refights. And also, I just want to point out that wheel, like, when it fuses with the Ragnarok, is, like, one of the most epic things in GBA history. It's a really sweet fight. Hopefully this fight isn't being a big troll for no reason. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so unlike before, we don't have the Great Axe now. So we're gonna have to go with a weapon swap here. By the way, this is the absolute worst RNG. That was pretty good, actually. Okay. The first one, she does the flame thing, that's just terrible RNG. She'll just fly across the screen, you can't really hit her. But when she just stays still like that, it's pretty good. Alright, so yep, just moving our way through the bosses here. Just hoping for decent RNG, because this is basically all this is. This is how you're going to save a lot of time. She's spirit bombed! Alright, sweet. So we're almost halfway done with this. Right, so good RNG, praise, praise. And she goes right into the ground. That's good. And when we're covered in this stuff, we can't, like, wall jump. So I'm kind of screwed for the time. Until she comes down from the ceiling, we're kind of screwed. She also heals herself too. Alright, that was really bad, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, she heals and she just sticks on the ceiling. For the correct RNG, she just like hides up there and you can't really do anything about it because you can't wall jump. The Revenge of McDonald's. So another big RNG factor is tech cracking again, but at least we have this little ledge. It's a little bit easier to fight him in the revisit because of that little ledge. But he just decided to give me terrible RNG right out the gate and do that. So there's no really making up for that. And he decided to give it to me again, so he's a cool guy. Sometimes he'll just stick on the left or right wall and kind of just hover like he's doing here. That wasn't terrible though. Could have been way worse. Again, before this run ends, because we're getting pretty close, I just want to again give a huge shout out to SRX, all the other runners who've been taking place in this speedrunning marathon. It's been really fun to watch from what I've seen, and I hope everyone's having a good time, and I want to thank everyone again for stopping in and checking out my run. Yeah, and just Vesper and everyone that's behind the scenes, Joe. You guys are awesome. Varn. Just want to thank you guys again for allowing me to participate in such a sweet event. It's good to see that it's still, a big thing. No, that was a really good boss fight. That's what we wanted to happen the first time. Oh, and that's it. That's the... Alright. Thought we had one more. I guess I wasn't looking. Alright, so there's a little bit of level left. And the main important thing we are going to be doing in this section is grabbing a great axe. And not falling down in this section. There we go, we got it. Alright, so this is really going to help against Wheel. Like, really gonna help, and help expedite the boss fight. And overall, just make it easier to hit him, because trying to charge when you're trying to dodge all of this stuff is just ridiculous. Yeah, this end boss not only is epic, but the sprite work in this game is absolutely astounding. And the music just makes it amazing as well. Alright, this is like some of the best RNG I could possibly get. Because I have a huge section where I can just hit him like that. Oh wow, dude, great. That RNG was ridiculous. Alright, so Vesper, if you can hear me, dude, we're gonna be ready here on time as soon as this next fight is over. So this is Wheel fused with the Ragnarok, and this is some of the best sprite work I've seen in a GBA game, pretty much ever. Also, the Great Axe really helps in this fight too, for just hitting him quicker. Oh, amazing RNG. Okay, ready on time? Be ready here shortly. And time. Okay, so that's the end boss. See how much the Great Axe really helps, and it's just from stealing one of those Great Axes. 57-15? Dude, that's a PB. Dude, I just PB'd on that. That's pretty epic. Not bad. Sweet. Okay, well, awesome. So yeah, the Great Axe extremely helps on that last fight. It makes it so you don't have to do your charge attack, and basically expedites the fight quite a bit. But yes, again, I'm StuntCoyote. If you want to follow me, you can find me at twitch.tv/StuntCoyote. I stream all sorts of games like Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, Super Metroid. I do tons of hacks, a lot of RPGs, as well as some random games like Earthworm Jim and cool stuff like that. But yeah, basically, thank you guys so much. Everyone in chat watching, it's been a great time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the run. And yeah, if you guys have any last second questions or anything, just hit me up. Oh yeah, I hope you guys can stop by and hang out for a bit. And yeah, it's been a good time. Thank you again, Vesper, Joe, Varin, everyone behind the scenes, SRX, StuntCoyote, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Alrighty.